Hey guys, Dave Baggs here, and today I want to talk about Titanfall 2, the pre-alpha test phase. And yeah, it's week 2. This is the second week of the pre-alpha test phase, and after the first week, a lot of people had mixed reviews. I've noticed a lot of people didn't really like the mechanics of the game. A lot of people didn't like the movements and everything else. So they put their thoughts, they put, their suggestions out there on some of the reviews, and, basically Respawn is answering those concerns. They're addressing those issues, and they're going to try to make the game to basically suit the needs of many people's needs, I guess. Let me just tell you, after the first week that I played the game, one thing that I always kept in my mind, and I've tried to tell you guys over time, after making several videos on Titanfall 2, I've tried to tell you guys, you have to remember it's the pre-alpha. Everybody was up in arms about everything when, you're only dealing with a couple of maps. Now you got 3 maps, and you're dealing with a limited amount of Titans, and a limited amount of pilots, and a limited amount of types of weapons. And game modes too, and a lot of people just, they take all of their thoughts in this pre-alpha, and they act as if that this is the real and the final game. Well, the final game doesn't come out until the 28th of October, and you're going to have a lot more game modes. You're going to have a lot more maps. You're going to have more pilots. You're going to have burn cards. There's going to be a lot more to the game. So it's really hard for anybody in their right mind to even make some kind of assessment of the game when the game isn't even complete. And I can't even give that assessment to you guys. A lot of you guys have been asking me, what do you think of the game so far? What's the final verdict? And I don't have one. I don't. I can tell you that after week 2, there's some things about the game. There's some things about the people that play the game that I'm a little concerned with. But as far as the game is concerned, I'm having a good time with it. I really am. I think that the mechanics are fine by me. I mean, a lot of people don't like them. I can't twist your arm. I can't make you guys like the game. If you don't like it, you don't like it. I mean, that's the way it is. I like the game so far. I like the pre-alpha. One thing I don't like about the game, and it's a small little detail, if you've ever played Destiny or some of the other first-person shooter games that are futuristic, and I think Call of Duty did this, I'm not sure. I haven't played Call of Duty Black Ops 3 since like February, but I don't like how the enemy has that red silhouette around them. In the first Titanfall, basically, your enemy had their name over the character, and it was in red, and I prefer that. I don't like how the Titans, inspectors, and the enemy pilots have that red silhouette, that red glow. I don't like it. It's too arcadey for me, but it's a minor thing. It's just a small, it doesn't make me not like the game. But I'll tell you really why I want to talk today. I want to talk today about some of the players that I've been playing with in Titanfall 2. Now, I'm not the greatest Titanfall player in the world. I don't even claim to be one of the best. I'm not the best Titanfall player or Titanfall 2 player, But what I will tell you, when I play Titanfall, I play it for how it's supposed to be played. In other words, if you're playing hardpoint, amped hardpoint, the first thing I do when I come out of the ship at the beginning of the game is I go for the closest hardpoint. Not only do I capture the hardpoint, an amped hardpoint, I stick around and I wait for it to get amped, because you get double the points. And what I'm finding is a lot of my teammates, a couple of them will go with me, we'll come out of the ship, we'll go to the hardpoint, and maybe 1 or 2 people will sit there with me to capture the hardpoint. But then I'm the only one sitting there, trying to get it amped. And you guys know this, if you're playing an objective game, the more people that are around the flag or the hardpoint, the quicker it's going to be captured. And so I have to not only defend myself from the enemy, but I'm trying to help the team win, in some cases, on my own. And some of my teammates will go up really high up on these high perches, and they'll start sniping the enemy team. Look, this isn't team deathmatch, guys. Okay, if it was team deathmatch, I wouldn't have a problem with people going up on and sniping. But when you got 20 kills and you have maybe 150 points, whether it's defense or assault or whatever it is, and you're not, in the case of playing bounty hunt, and you're not depositing your money, and you're not killing the bots and the specters and the titans and of course pilots as well, I have a problem with that. And I've noticed that in most of my games, I'm always the top 3. Again, I'm not the best person in Titanfall or Titanfall 2, but the reason I'm always in the top of the leaderboard is because I do play the game objectively, and I try to capture the hard points. I try to amp them. When we're playing Bounty Hunt, as I said in many other videos so far with this Titanfall 2 alpha test, I've always said that I've tried to go and capture the drop zones and kill all the bots and specters and different things like that. And sometimes I feel like I'm playing the game by myself, and that's one of the things that bothers me. But the thing is, you guys got to realize, if you guys are feeling the same way, that's not Respawn's fault. That's the players. I don't know where these people come from. I don't know if it's the Call of Duty community that, you know, that's coming over to Titanfall, and because I saw that a lot when I used to play COD. People just come over and they do whatever they want, and they're not playing objectively. And so that's a problem I have with the game, but it has nothing to do with Respawn. I mean, Respawn cannot create anything to make you play the game. They're doing everything that they can to make you play objectively, right? You know, they're allowing you to deposit cash so your team wins. You know, they're making things like killing the bots and specters. They're making that a part of the game now so that you can get money, and players are still standing up on the top of these towers and sniping. And it gives me great satisfaction, even though I have like 4, 5, or 6 kills and my teammates have 9, 10, and 11, but I got the most points. It gives me great satisfaction to know that I'm on top of the leaderboard playing the game the proper way. I had somebody on my Facebook one time, recently actually, and I mentioned this in a post, and he said it's just a game. And I agree with him. It is. It's just a game. At the end of the day, we all paid our money to play it, but at the same time, if you want to play a game that's an objective style game, and you want to just play for yourself and not help the team, go play Team Deathmatch in Call of Duty then, you know what I mean? Or go play Pilot versus Pilot, which is a game mode that that's another thing. I don't really care for that game mode, but, you know, again, I can't give you guys an assessment of the game right now. I just can't. From what I've seen so far, I really like it. I'm having fun. I have no complaints. I really don't, and I'm not trying to be anti-mainstream, you know, because it seems like everybody else has an issue with the game. I'm not. I'm telling you the truth. From my standpoint, I like the game so far. I like the alpha. I'm having fun, and that's really all that matters, is I'm having a good time. And when I pay money to play a game or buy a game, I just want to have fun, and I'm having fun, with the exception of some of the things I mentioned, you know, with people playing non-objectively. But there's nothing I can do about it. The only thing I can do is just play the way I play, and maybe people will recognize, well, Dave Baggs has only got 5 kills. Why is it that he's always on top of the leaderboard? Maybe it'll change the way some people play. I don't know, guys. Anyway, there's going to be a lot of you people commenting, not only on this video, but everywhere else. You're going to be telling me and everybody else how much you don't like Titanfall 2, how much it's not as good as the first game. Look, what am I going to do? Am I going to twist your arm and make you like the game? No. Are you going to like the game? Maybe. I like the game, and that's all that's important to me. I like it, and I'm going to buy it. And I've actually pre-ordered it. So on the 28th of October, I'm taking a day off from work. And as always, guys, please remember to like, subscribe, and comment. I'm Dave Baggs. We'll see you guys next time. Have a good one.
Oh, that was awesome. You gotta admit, that was cool, guys. That was